See, so if you didn't leave with it, then you didn't get it. But would have if you had it.
They got it.
Sometimes I stumble a little. It's so overwhelmingly simple, but you have to be overwhelmingly simple about it too. If you think this, and this, you get that. But if you turn and think this, and that, well, then you get that. And whatever that is, that's what you're doing to yourself. Morning, noon, and night. You're on all the time. All the time. See, so you may be thinking lovely things at the moment right here and that, but then suddenly something happens, maybe just a noise, and you look around and there it went. You lost it. You gave it up. See, you're not focused. If you're focused, you're doing fine. Okay, how long can you hold your focus on something? See, that's the kind of thing that you want to train yourself to do, to stick with what you agree with, and not constantly spewing out what you disagree with, what you don't want. See, because you see, what has your attention has your life. So if you're always thinking about what you don't want, thinking about what you don't want produces it. I know. I know. Oh, I talked to a group at the correction center once,
Okay.
and yeah, they poked a lot of fun at me. That was okay. That was okay. But I really saw some seriousness in some people. For yeah, I don't like to say for the moment, but it is actually that. But they heard something, and you noticed that they were processing it, and that was the whole idea.
Yep.
And maybe they probably didn't carry through with it, but that you see, once it's there, and once you have recognized it, even for a moment, then it's going to be a little scenario that you'll run off, and that's that still small voice that they talk about. It's telling you, well, do we want to do this? Are you sure this is what we want to do? Okay, I gave you choose this day, so you see, I can't step in and save your butt, but you can. It isn't difficult. If it was, well, I mean, I'm saying it wasn't difficult. Well, no, actually, the concept is very, very simple. It's just that you have to get off of that conditioning to the ongoing drama, because there's a lot of really, really good people in the world doing a lot of really good things to save our planet. And there's a lot of idiots out there doing all what they can, starting fires and all this stuff to destroy it. But you see, that's the nature of humanity, and until it sobers up, because they're drunk on foolishness.
Yeah.
And in their foolishness they destroy things. But you can change it. You could change it in a moment. As a matter of fact, they did speak of those who Enoch and others who just turned and walked off into eternity. But God was with them. See? And he'll be with you if you'll tune in. You turn to me, I'll turn to you. That's a promise from God himself. See, that's a promise. Do you believe God's promises? And then I usually get back, oh, I believe in God. Yeah, well, do you believe his promises? Because if you believe them, you'd be acting them. I mean, if you want to know, if you want to know what you believe, there it is. If you're acting on, well, then you believe it.
Absolutely.
Even if it's a terrible thing, that's what you believe. That's what you're doing. And you see, if you can't question yourself down to that point, what's the use? So you have to want to know first person. And the reason I say that is because it takes a lot of focus, especially at first, because how old, 40, 50, 60 years you've been tuned into the drama, man. And when I say tuned in, what you're thinking, what they're thinking, see, because they tell you so. Yeah. What are you telling you to? See, that's the important one. What others have to say, that's attitude awareness and imaginational control. That's what I heard from Neville Goddard. That's what struck me. That's what made me turn and think, is this really the way it works? Yeah, that's the way it works. And you're working it. I don't know which way you're going with it, but I know you're working it. Because you're complaining about it. That's how I know you're working it. Yeah. And all things produce after their own kind. And the more you bitch about it, the more you got to bitch about.
Absolutely.
It's simple.
Yep.
And it drives your life. You wind up experiencing, you go, how did this happen? You happened. That's how it happened. It's all yours. Can't blame nobody for it. It's not even about blame.
Yep.
It's not about fault. It isn't. You're living your life under a delusion that you're not aware of. And that's the whole point of it. You're not aware of the delusion that this is not reality. This is virtual reality. Everything here was made out of the mind of man. As you think, you are, you do, you have, you be. It's just keep it that simple. You'll remember it. You get all the complex. Well, you see, the stories actually carried a message in the story, but rarely does anyone be actually conscious enough to actually see these things happening. And it doesn't matter if they did or didn't. The point is that it's as you think you are right here, right now. That's all that really matters to you. If you're wondering about what happened thousands and millions, billions of years ago, okay, fine. That if you just want to check things out for yourself, that's fine. But remember, it's your thoughts spread out into the world you're experiencing. And what you're looking for is also looking for you. All you have to do is relax. You see, it's just like all these CDs and DVDs. You could give them to everybody, and if they just put it on a shelf, that's the end of it. But even one of them, because actually that was what I used, one of Neville's cassette tapes, and I had 6 of them. And believe me, to me that was the same as having the 200 CDs and DVDs, because he said it right there. Imagining creates reality, and you're imagining all the time. What? You ask yourself what, and then decide: is this leading me where I want to go? Fine. If it isn't, drop it and start leading me where I want to go. In my thinking, in my feeling. That it's that simple, and that shows you that God really cared about you that he would make it so simple. He gave you permission to choose a journey. So you couldn't say you didn't have a choice. You have a choice. How are you using it? Destroy yourself. I spent 40 years destroying myself, so who knows how old I could have been. Can you imagine if God gets this right away?
Yeah, that would be pretty powerful because they'll get the benefit right away.
Right? You're told, you turn to me, I'll turn to you. If God turns to you, who else would you want to turn to you? I mean, and there's an invitation right there from God. And how do I know you? Well, you're an individual being. God doesn't make duplicates. So he's talking to every child born of woman. Every child born of woman. And I'm assuming you were a child born of a woman. Yeah, I'm kidding. Pretty oblivious. But then there's a lot of things that are very obvious that we don't understand. He's right there with you. Where do you need to go? Where do you need to go if he's right here with you? And he says he is. And Jesus identified himself as someone who could do nothing. I always cracks me up every time I think about it. Jesus doing nothing. He says the Father within does all the work. And if that's true for him, that's true for all of us. Too. Because God is Jesus. And that's how he came into humanity's mind of imagination. That's it. You're on all the time. You see, that's what you want, you know. If you're going to catch yourself, you can catch yourself at any time. Because you see, you only have two choices, positive or negative, and you're doing one or the other. And you're experiencing one or the other. Right here, right now. If you want to change it, you're told, change your mind, change your will. You can do that right here, right now. And now is the appointed hour for doing desired change. And we know there's going to be change. But this is a world of ideas, attitudes, and change. So there's always going to be change. But this is different. Attitudes, attitudes, attitudes. What are your attitudes about what? Everything. Have you even checked them out? I didn't. I was 40 years old. I hadn't checked out I didn't even know I had attitudes. It is a shock when you find out who's the instigator of all your problems. Yeah, that's it. You. First person present tense experience. Can't get away from it. And like I said, even in death, nothing transforming in death. So you still get another shot at doing it all over again. Did you like it the first time? Oh, then you gotta change your mind. You're told, change your mind, change your will. Seems simple enough. You could, well, why don't you just try it? Doesn't cost you anything to try. You don't have to go in. We don't have to pay anybody. Just change your mind, change your will. See, you really don't need anything. You understand? It's all right where you are. It's you who has to recognize it. St. Paul told you, do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you? In you? That's what he said. Do you believe him? And if because of that, you needn't be concerned about anything at all. If you turn it over to God, he can make it a success very simply. Whereas you'll struggle with the negatives to do it.
I had a half a dozen of Neville's tapes, and I listened to them at least one every night for years before it actually touched base. I began thinking differently. The importance of having a CD, because what has your focus has your life. Think about it. We're not asking you to join anything, but you have to have the CDs. You have to have the DVDs. You have to listen to them. It's you training this. Listen, listen, listen.
But as Mr. Lindell stated, you have to listen to them repeatedly. And again, for those who are interested, click the link below and it will take you to the 4 CD set, and you'll be able to transform not only your mind, but your world.